How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. A lot of you have asked me what my facial routine is because apparently with this lighting it looks very clear, very smooth. I had thought about making this video before, but it was a little embarrassing for me because this routine thing, it's like a beauty routine. Guys aren't beautiful per se, really. They're supposed to be handsome. And doing all this beauty-like stuff is generally reserved for girls, but guys do have faces too, and it's good to have it pimple-free and smooth, I guess. The number one tip to keep a really glowing and smooth skin is really through your diet. For me, I generally don't eat any processed foods, or I try to avoid it as much as possible. Whenever I go to a supermarket, I buy fruits, vegetables, milk, eggs, meat, all the stuff around the perimeter of the supermarket. I hardly ever need to go through the center aisles where you buy cereal, candy, soda, things like that. I never really buy. I just don't really like eating any of that. So right here is a can of tomato paste. It's the only canned food I have right now. The reason I have this is, yes, it's really hard to make tomato paste if you're making it from scratch. That's why I have this so that I can make pizza. I generally eat only about 2 pieces of candy a day, not bars of candy, 2 pieces like this little. Simply because I feel like if I eat any more, my body just doesn't feel very good. So I'm very attuned to what my body tells me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, if I eat more than this, I'll be like, oh, it's so sugary and I don't feel very good. So that's why I only want to eat 2 pieces of candy a day. Now, I don't buy frozen pizza because I make my own pizza. I don't buy ice cream all that often because it's just something I don't like too much, I guess. Sometimes I would make it from scratch though. There's also processed foods like box crackers or cookies like that. Yeah, I don't eat those very often. I don't generally buy them. So my daily meal consists of maybe like chicken, broccoli, rice, steamed fish, some sort of vegetable, and rice. And I don't drink much coffee, but I do socially drink beer or wine, but I've been trying to cut down on that. So a long time ago, I used to have a problem with getting a lot of pimples because I thought that your diet does not matter. So I would just eat whatever, just like fried foods, a lot of fried foods actually. And yes, after eating fried foods, I would actually break out and get more pimples and stuff like that. So don't listen to what everybody else says. Diet does matter a lot, and especially if you eat a lot of oily foods, you would notice that after you eat your oily foods, when it's hot, it's actually steaming, right? With a lot of little oil particles. So after you eat it, it's all over your face. So if you leave that on for like an hour or 2 after you eat, it's actually very bad. You'll like break out right away. So after you eat something oily, make sure to wash your face real quick. And even after that though, after you ingest this oily food, it's gonna come out of your face still. So keeping hydrated is very important. Sometimes after eating something very salty the day before or something with a lot of MSG in the morning, I would go, oh my gosh, I'm so thirsty. I need to drink like a whole glass or a glass and a half of water just to like replenish myself. I don't actually count how many glasses of water I drink. I just kind of drink it whenever I'm thirsty. And it kind of averages out to be like I drink something every hour, it seems. Roughly about once a month, I go around squeezing all the pimples. So what I do is I go around squeezing my zits roughly about once a month. And the important thing to note here is that when you go around squeezing all the pimples, only squeeze each pimple one single time, because if you go back and try to get it, if it doesn't come out, you're going to end up breaking your skin. So make it a point to only squeeze anything just one time. And pass over. If you don't get it, well, that's too bad, just wash your face instead and just pass over it. What I notice is that you don't actually need to wash your face all that often, because when I don't have very many pimples, I actually just wash my face in the morning and at night with just water. However, if I went outside and hiked and there's like a lot of dirt on me, or like I ate something oily and there's a lot of oil, I would actually wash it with this thing, the Cetaphil cleanser. It says it's a mild, non-irritating formula. What I noticed is it's very watery, and so it doesn't even feel like a soap. It's just kind of like a cleanser type thing. A lot of people like this, and I'm sure everybody pretty much knows about this cleanser already. So back in my college days, I discovered Proactiv, and yes, it does work. The bad part is that it's $50 a month of supply. So what I noticed as an active ingredient in the Proactiv is that it has benzoyl peroxide. They sell these Clean and Clear Persagel 10. However, this is like a little paste thing that you put on your zit. So what I do with this Persagel is I don't use it as a zit killer. I just use it almost daily. I take a very small bit of it and I just kind of smooth it over the problem areas that are likely to get a zit. So this is kind of like spreading a little bit of benzoyl peroxide on that area. After I put that Persa gel on, I would put this Neutrogena Visibly Even Daily Moisturizer. I know this is like in the girls aisle, but apparently it fades dark spot because I have the zits before, and if you put this, it kind of fades a little bit faster. What I notice is if you don't put it on, yeah, maybe it'll take like 2 months for a dark spot to fade away, whereas if you have this, it'll take, you know, something like 4 to 6 weeks, a little bit faster. And I use this just as a daily moisturizer. It does have this broad spectrum SPF 30, so it's very important, I think, to wear sunblock every single day even, so that your skin doesn't get damaged from the sun. I'm probably a little bit of a wuss there because I avoid the sun quite a bit. I have this little shade in the car that I put up so that, you know, if it's like, if I'm commuting, it won't like hit me directly. And actually it's very uncomfortable because it gets hot, right? It's like burning your face. So I have this little shade to block me from the sun, really. And one little trick I noticed, whenever you get these little tube things, there's a big corner on here and they're quite sharp. So yes, all you do is you just kind of cut a little corner on these guys, cut the corners off like that. And so whenever you use it, you're not going to accidentally scratch yourself, because I have scratched myself. I like to move very fast, and these things just kind of go flying everywhere when, you know, like in the morning when you're doing the routine, it goes plop, 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 right? And this has scratched me before. That's why I round all these things off, including this Persa gel and this Neutrogena Visibly Even thing. So that is my super secret routine that I've developed over the years that actually work for me. I've noticed that some people's skin are quite different. It doesn't react the same for everybody. Some people have naturally clear skin. Well, I actually need to rely on these things to keep it clear, because you would know that when I did the fries video, I ate a whole bunch of fries and I think I got like a zit right here. It's a little darker right here and over here. And yeah, I just have to use these products to keep a clear face, really. You'll notice that these things are all of the stuff that you can get at the drugstore. This Cetaphil thing is usually about 10 bucks. This Visibly Even thing, it's about $12 a bottle. And this Persa gel thing is about $5, $6. And you know, using it the way I'm using it, where you just dab a little bit on all the problem areas, it would last maybe like 6 months, I think. It's important to note that with any kind of benzoyl peroxide stuff, if you put it on consistently, you're gonna start to notice that it might flake, because if you're not used to benzoyl peroxide, then your skin might get a little dry. So if you notice that, you know, reduce it a little bit, do it every other day, and then maybe you can increase it later on. So these products, it's not like girl routine, special age defying, whatever stuff. If you're interested in these products that I use, you can help support my channel by getting it through my affiliate link down in the video description below. Other ways to support this channel, of course, is through my Audible link down below, or you can support my channel directly through the Patreon link over here. This routine that I described to you is kind of like something I've used and developed over many years, actually. I hope explaining it to you on what actually caused you to break out, or like what can give you a glowing skin just through eating well, I think. And I hope you enjoyed this video and helps you get your own glowing skin and zit free as well. Don't forget to give me a like on this video, comment down below. Let me know what you think of this routine. Maybe you're gonna try this or whatnot. And don't forget to subscribe over here. Thanks for watching.